Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars and welcome to another PlayStation review. Today's review is for Prison Simulator on the PlayStation 4. Now Prison Simulator is being brought to us by Bait Games, and as you know guys, I like to cover and review quite a few simulator type games on this channel. Some quite obscure ones as well sometimes, so why not a prison simulator? Well, why not indeed? Now, Prison Simulator is not exactly what you would call a AAA game, so please, guys, don't go into this game thinking you're getting a highly polished AAA title here, because that is not the case. You should easily be able to pick that up from the gameplay footage that I'm showing you here, and trailers and things like that. This is definitely not a top-of-the-range game, and it's priced as such. This is not an expensive game. I think I paid about £20 for this in the UK, and some may even think that's overpriced. I don't think it's too bad in regards to the pricing point for this. I think a lot of this will depend on if you like these obscure type simulator games. And there's quite a lot to do in this one. Now, essentially at the start of the game, you've got a couple of choices. You've got like free play, which is exactly what it sounds like. You just kind of go in there and just kind of get on with it, and be like a prison guard sort of thing. Or you've got, well, what essentially is like a career. And you can go in, you can name your prison. And just to make this clear, guys, you are not one of the prisoners here. You are a prison guard. Now, if you're coming into this wanting to be one of the prisoners, you may well be disappointed here. You are actually one of the prison guards. And then so you'll go in and name your prison, and then you can create, I can't remember how many it is. I think it's up to 15 initially prisoners for your prison. Now you can create them all individually if you want, and you can customize them and create them how you want, or you can randomize them. Now the first time going into this game, I randomized them, and it worked out pretty well. They all look fairly unique and individual, and I was fairly happy with it. And then after that, you kind of then can create, like, I think it's 3 gangs for like each of the prisoners to be associated with within the prison. And then you are let loose at day 1 as a brand new prison guard. You are taken to the warden and then introduced to your duties, and you get on with it. Now, the structure of the game really is, certainly early on, you will have, like, you'll be given like a morning task, and that can be a range of many things. The first thing I had to do was like roll call in the morning, so you've got to get out your clicker. You go up to the prisoners, you click them on your clicker to check, see if everybody's there. If somebody won't come out for roll call, you can go into the cell and basically have a talk to them. If they won't listen to you, you can threaten them. If they still won't listen to you, you can use violence against them, your nightstick or your fists or something. So you'll do your roll call, that sort of thing. So that was like, once you've done that, that's your first morning task, and then you are given free time. And on your free time, you can do a number of things. You can like go to the yard and do some weights. You can go to like the staff room and play darts and things like that. You can go to the shooting range. There's a whole number of tasks you can do during your free time. And if you just want to skip the free time, you can go and sit down on a particular bench and skip it and just get on to the afternoon task. And then the afternoon task again is something else. So the tasks that you're given to do, really, and like I said, there is quite a few of them here. There is things like parcel searching. So any parcels that are sent in for the prisoners, you've got to kind of search them. You pull out all the items, you rotate them, you open them, and if there's any contraband, like syringes or anything like that, you can make a choice. You can either get rid of it completely, or you can leave it and you will gain some respect from the prisoners, that sort of thing. So you've got those choices, really. And the game does balance itself, because you've got to kind of keep respect with the prisoners and respect with the prison guards, and keep it finely balanced. So if you go too much down like a dark path and just keep doing favours for the prisoners, yes, you'll get loads of respect from them, but you'll start losing respect with the guards. And ultimately, you've got to just kind of keep that balance just right. If you want to kind of do favours, you've got to kind of do favours to the guards and the prisoners and finally balance it. Or just be kind of a Peter Perfect type of guard, not do anything illegal, and just kind of do the right thing all the time. That's an option as well. So more tasks that you can do. So like I say, you're searching the parcels. You can do like prisoner checks, both admitting prisoners to the prison. So they'll come in, you'll check the file and make sure it's the right prisoner that's being admitted. You'll kind of search them, and then you'll kind of send them through to the prison. And the same again, as you can see here, a prisoner that's being released, you'll kind of put the parcel down, you will search them again, you will check the credentials, the file, make sure everything adds up. So you'll check like the serial number and the name of the prisoner and make sure it all adds up, and then you'll stamp it to accept it, that sort of thing. There'll be other things. There'll be prisoners that will kind of make requests or complaints that you've got to look at. So there'll be a number of complaints or things that the prisoners are asking for. You can either accept them or decline them, and you can do that in the warden's office, I think. Other things you can do in the warden's office is a computer that you can buy equipment for the prison, you can upgrade facilities for the prison, or you can buy yourself new equipment, and you do that by earning money. Like I say, you'll get, at the end of each day, you'll go to a briefing room, and you'll see how you did in that day, and you will earn money, and the prison will earn money, and the money that you earn for the prison, you use to buy new equipment and upgrade facilities. The money you make for yourself, you can change and upgrade your own equipment and change the skins and things like that, so you can have different coloured nightsticks and weapons and all that kind of stuff. More activities that you can do in the game. There's like yard walks, so you've got to kind of walk around the yard and make sure no fights break out, and if they do, you've got to break them up, all that kind of stuff. There's prisoner check-ins, which we've talked about. You can do quests or favours for the guards or the prisoners, and they usually, consist of like, turning your blind eye to illegal activities and all that kind of stuff. There's a workshop, so you'll go to like the prison area, and you've got to escort a number of prisoners to the workshop. You'll give them tools and let them get to work. You've got to keep checking them because they might stop working, in which case you've got to encourage them to continue working or threaten them to continue working, all that kind of stuff. You've got to even keep the cells clean by cleaning up using a mop and a sponge and all that kind of stuff. And you can turn over cells and search them. So you'll go into the cell, you'll search the mattress, you'll search like the toilets and the toilet rims and the sinks. And if you find any contraband, that will get confiscated. So there's a whole number of things that you can do here, and it's all like, as I've said, structured, like your day split up. So you'll do a task, you'll get some free time, you'll do a task, and then as you level up, there's skills that you can unlock. But as you level up, it will give you access to more equipment for yourself and more equipment and facilities for the prison, so that you can spend your money in that way. So leveling up is important as well. So I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised by this game. It does keep you occupied. It is quite a lot of fun to play. Okay, there are some times when it gets a little bit repetitive, when you've done a few days in the game, and then you might have to do like the searching of the boxes again, or the checking in and out of the prisoners again here and there. But it does mix it up with some events. You know what I mean? There's other areas you can unlock in the game as well. When you get to certain levels, you can unlock new levels of the prison, so more prisoners will come in. So it all gets a bit busier, it all gets a bit more dangerous, a little bit more manic. But it is a lot of fun, and it is a lot of fun to manage your time in the game. I won't go as far as to say I was bored particularly often, but it did feel like it was getting repetitive here and there. There's also, in regards to, I didn't mention this at the beginning, when you start the game, you get the option of the difficulty level that you want to go in, and it goes from easy right up to permadeath. So there's a permadeath mode, so if your character dies, that's it, you've got to start again. Or there's a merciless mode. Now, the merciless mode is basically like the permadeath mode, except not only do you die and die permanently, your save file is erased as well for that particular game, so you can't even reload it from where you last were. So, I mean, if you really do like playing games on a hardcore level, those are the levels to try, really. I haven't tried them personally. My usual pattern with games like this is I go in on a fairly low level and I'll learn the mechanics of a game, play it for 2, 3, 4 hours, and then I kind of go back in once I understand how the game works and things. So I actually think this is a little bit of fun, this game, as long as you lower your expectations. The graphics aren't brilliant or anything like that, but it's decent to play, it's not expensive, and I had quite a lot of fun playing it, which is why I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. I will be back with more reviews and content on the channel very, very soon.